It was the largest case of human trafficking in Canadian history. Today, the federal government announced 20 people convicted in the operation have been deported back to Hungary.
Stephen D'Souza explains the government's action is meant to send a message.
The case started in 2010 in this nondescript home in Hamilton. What emerged was a tale of modern-day slavery. More than 20 people came to Canada from Hungary, promised a better life and good jobs. Instead, they were held against their will and forced to work for next to nothing. Advocate Shay Invidiata says the conditions were inhumane.
Being forced to go sometimes days without meals, and if they did get meals, getting very little food, being verbally abused, physically abused.
The Minister of Public Safety says the 20 people deported are all convicted human traffickers, all sent back to Hungary.
This flagrant abuse of persons in our immigration system demanded a strong response.
The Domotor-Kolompar organization was massive. At the top, Ferenc Domotor Sr. He's still in custody, sentenced in 2012 to 9 years in jail. Among those who've been deported, his grandson, Ferenc Domotor Jr., family members Gisela, along with Joseph Domotor. The deportations have taken place over the last 2 years. Only 9 names were publicly announced today. The last of the deportees were sent back in May.
There is no room in Canada for those who are committing the heinous and despicable crime of human trafficking.
Invidiata says many of the victims still reside in southern Ontario, and with this news, they can breathe a sigh of relief.
Knowing that they can be in Canada, they're free, and that they're never going to come in contact with the perpetrators that enslaved them for years.
She says this is a historic case because it's raised awareness in Canada about the dangers of human trafficking.
Now that we know really what to identify, we've got to go out and look because there's going to be more victims across Canada.
And Stephen joins us in studio now. So, Stephen, what is next for these victims?
Well, as you heard, many of them have settled across southern Ontario. Now it's up to them to turn their lives around and to get back to basically living a normal life. But, of course, living in those conditions as they were, they are still trying to adjust. And one of them, though, is turning his life around and has become an advocate, speaking out about human trafficking and becoming a voice for many of the victims. As you heard, it is about raising awareness about this issue because before this case, there wasn't even a national strategy. Now there is, and now a lot of agencies are paying attention to the warning signs and know what to look for when it comes to human trafficking.
All right, thanks for the update on this, Stephen.